Good afternoon, fellow Rotarians, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to another hour of entertainment and education at the Cade Museum of the Tuesday meeting of the fabulous Gainesville Rotary Club. We're so glad you all are here. Where else can you hear about fine art and underwear in an hour? Absolutely amazing. And I'm going to tell you more about the baskets on the table later. It's going to be a very, very fun kind of thing to do. And so, those who are Zooming, please register at, I think it's Gainesville.org or it's the Gainesville Club, something like that. You know what it is because you Zoom all the time. And the rest of you know about cell phones, don't you? Have you left them in the car? If you have them with you, silence them, okay? And now, for the first time ever, we're going to have Tom Collette, Brenda Shortley, and yours truly sing My Country 'Tis of Thee.
Building it up.
What are we calling ourselves?
Kingston Trio.
My country 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside, let freedom ring.
Thank you very much.
Now let's pledge allegiance to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now, the Reverend Laurie Vidal.
Thank you, David. Let's join our hearts together as we pray. Let's pray. We have gathered together again today with a purpose and focus that has guided us through the years, encouraging us to value honesty, impartiality, compassion, and usefulness. Principles you, Heavenly Father, have taught us through the ages. And in our encouraging these four values, we have made a difference in our community that has been positive and powerful. We ask you, Father, to sustain us today in our continued desire to continue to positively and powerfully impact our community. And in this process, we believe, Father, you will be blessed, we will be pleased, and we will be a blessing to many. And I pray in your wise name, Father. Amen.
Thank you. Rotarians with guests, please remain standing.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm pleased to announce a longtime friend of mine, Ken Pridgeon, is here with us today. And Ken is retired from Publix from many years ago, so any grocery questions you can answer, right?
Hello, Rotarians. I have with me my guest today and friend, Gary Ritzenthaler. Gary teaches at UF Journalism School, also an excellent freelance writer. We've worked together on a bunch of projects. We're working on a commercial together for the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences right now. Welcome, Gary.
Thank you, Chris. Welcome all.
The baskets on the table are placed there for your enjoyment and your filling. We are taking on as a project 2 elementary school teachers, Lake Forest and Shell. See, I remembered. And the teachers have to get supplies and crafts to get things started for the year. And they do that out of their pocket. My wife did that 60 years ago in California. She had to take part of her meager salary, and the salaries, by the way, are pretty meager still, I think. And so these teachers are very, very happy to get any help they can get. And what we came up with the idea of $25 gift cards to Walmart. Walmart has all of those kinds of things that they could use. And we hope we can get enough today to actually fund both of those schools. So if you can, please be generous. And we, 47 teachers. Yep. Good question, Rebecca, thank you. And now, with further ado, my dear friend is going to tell us a little bit about a Rotary moment. This is a new thing we've come up with this year, and we're going to sort of talk about special moments. Most like, actually, she said it's going to be a Rotary minute. I don't have my watch, Susan. You're okay. So, please.
Hi, everybody. I'm Susan Maston, and I have a story for you. Often on Fridays, I gather all the boxes and bags ready to go out in the world. And I will make stops like the Levita Brown, hazardous waste, the coolest reuser building place on 23rd. They actually take VCRs and are happy about it. It's amazing what you can share and carry on out there. Their goal is for everything to be reused. And before I got in the car that was packed to the hilt, nursery pots and all, I thought, what if somebody out there could use my graduation set of tourister luggage? Can you see it? Anybody in that era? Blue tourister luggage in pretty good shape, sitting there waiting to have a new life. So I called a friend. We came up with the idea that the Pace Center for Girls might be the perfect place. I called them. They were expecting me. They welcomed me. And as I walked up to the door, this is what I saw. Susan and Tom Spain Center. I said, that's so amazing. I walk in to put my luggage in a special place. I walk into the Carol Zekel room. Wow, now I have chills all over just saying that. I said, oh my goodness, these are Rotarian friends. This is wonderful. Pace Center, if it's not familiar to you, is an opportunity for girls to be lifted up. And they can come in, they have academic classes and emotional and enrichment well-being. So it is the great place for many students to spend years of their high school years. So my host said, come on, I'm going to take you on a little tour. And we walked through the door into this out corridor around a garden. It already felt like home to me. And as we walked down the corridor, I saw the doors all were painted with a message. The messages were the guiding principles of the Pace Center. So you can imagine that was really strong for me, something we do in Cambodia. And as I walked down, I saw name after name after name of friends from Rotary, and I finally got to the door that's painted, value the wisdom of time, Rotary Club of Gainesville. So every day, those young women are walking through the door into your classroom to lift themselves up, and I'm so grateful for that. Thank you.
And since this is the first meeting in August, it's birthday time. So we have birthdays to celebrate and dollars to earn. Why don't we just put the dollars in the baskets, okay? Here we go. Carolyn Freeman, Bill Zagel, Doug Thompson, Champ Lozano, Morgan Burns, Lauren Elliott, John Gregory, Randall Caton, Tammy Prince, Jason Shank, Barzella Papa, and John H. Haswell.
Who's got the money?
Put the money in the baskets, we've been told. Are we ready for happy birthday to sing, everyone?
Our piano
One,
player sitting down.
two.
Sitting down.
Well, Gordon's getting
There we
reseated.
go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rotarians. Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
Perfect. We also recognize some of the longer-standing members of our chapter and their service.
Oh my goodness, look at this. As I live and breathe, 41 years of service, let's say occasional service, Phil Ankrum.
Occasional, that's not Rotarian-like.
Well, he's my best friend, what could I say? Mary Day Coker, 30 years. How about that? Marie Collins, where's Marie? 9 years.
Brendan Shortley.
Brendan Shortley, 8 years. Ryan Thompson, 13 years. He started in middle school. And Mary Kate Walker, 14 years.
Guy Joplin's here today too. I think
Did
so.
I miss one?
Good to see him.
What did I miss?
Guy Jopling, 5 years.
Oh, and John Graham, 14 years. The print's real little and I'm old, so.
Yes.
Anyway. It is now my pleasure to introduce a craft talk. It is a real pleasure to introduce a craft talk of somebody I've known for over 40 years. Dr. Bobby Slayton started out his medical life after his first year in medical school as an orderly at the St. Mary's Hospital in West Palm Beach. And that lit the fire to heal people in him. And he's here to tell you more about the rest of his illustrious career, including taking care of me and Phil Ankrum and many of you in the room. So, Bobby.
I've been warned that I have 3 minutes. And in 3 minutes, a big hook is going to come out and yank me off the stage. All right. I'm going to start by I've been instructed to talk to you first about my family. And I have 5 children. My wife's name is Kathleen. We've been married for 35 years. And I'll tell you this craft talk thing, it starts making you think about what has happened to you in the last 50 years. My kids were all born and raised in Gainesville, and during this period of time, they have attended 9 different elementary and junior high schools in Gainesville, all public education. They graduated from both Gainesville High School and Buchholz. They all attended the University of Florida. They attended the University of Florida by choice. I did tell them if they went to the University of Florida, I would buy them a car. So it helped a little bit because I was very interested in that particular endeavor. In the graduate, they all, or some of them, went to different graduate programs here at the University of Florida. The School of Finance, MBA, 3 MBAs, College of Law, and I went to medical school here. They also participated in varsity athletics here. Son played on the golf team, other son played on the tennis team, and my wife was a swimmer here at the University of Florida. She was on the 1978 national championship team. I was on the 1980 Olympic team. That was the team that didn't go. That was Jimmy Carter's team. So I am grounded here in Gainesville, particularly in education. And I can tell you, looking back on my kids' education, I am extremely satisfied and incredibly proud of what they received here in this town. Hobbies, they want me to talk to you about hobbies. I had a guest appearance today from Phil Ankrum, who is my lifelong friend. We have been golf buddies for over 50 years. Golf has been my passion. Golf ages with you. That's the wonderful thing about golf. It is a sport that as you grow older, it ages with you. The only problem with golf is you keep score. And as your score continues to go up and up and up, along with your handicap, you feel older and older. The other hobby I have, I'm glad to see Tom Collette singing, is karaoke, music. I love music. I am planning in my retirement years to do more with music. All right, moving on, my goals. Number one is to achieve successful retirement, and that is tough. I've been practicing medicine for 50 years, and on May the 1st, I retired. And I can tell all of my fellow Rotarians and many of my patients that retiring from something that you've been doing and grinding it out for over 50 years is not that easy. So, on May the 1st, I turned 81. I retired. I started a fitness program. I started traveling at the demands of my wife. I was appointed to the advisory board of community hospice, which I really am excited about. I've grown up with hospice, and I have utilized hospice on many different occasions. And then I've reestablished a position at the village in regards to retirement living. At exactly the same time, 3 months ago, I joined Rotary. So I had a lot happen to me at one time. My interests and my goals. I'm interested in successful aging. I mean, I'm 81, I'm over the hill. If I go to a class reunion, 60% of my classmates are no longer here. So you become very interested in successful aging when you know you're standing on the wall. My particular interest with aging is avoiding frailty. I really don't care if I drop dead. That doesn't bother me that much. And I don't care really if I have an illness that takes me out in 3 or 4 months. What I don't want to do is to establish a state of frailty where I just sit there and, let's just say this, cost my family a lot of money for no good reason at all. So the art of avoiding frailty is one of my special interests, and I've volunteered that I will. It's time for me to go. I got it. And then the last thing is to make death and dying a pleasurable experience, and that's going to be through my role at hospice. Randy, thank you, and please don't put the hook on me.
You see where I said it was my pleasure to introduce him. And now, without further ado, our president has actually returned from God knows where and is back in his job of running this club. John Thomas, come on up.
Good afternoon, Rotarians. I'm very excited to see everybody. I had to do some for-profit work last week, so sorry I missed it, but I heard Jay did a great job and you wanted him back, but unfortunately you're stuck with me. But just a couple quick things. I hope everybody's had a chance now to download the Ignite app. If you have not, please see me afterwards and we'll see if we can help you with that, because it's a great way to track all things Rotary. You can pay your bills, you can track your community service hours, lots of great things there. Next Monday, we have our board meeting for the month. So if you have any questions or things you'd like for me to address with the board, please email me or see me after the meeting. And then my last quick announcement, Rotary Leadership Institute is going to be here on the 23rd. I highly recommend taking advantage of that because it's much nicer. It's a great program. You're going to meet a lot of great Rotarians. And it's much nicer to be able to do it here in Gainesville than spend 4 hours in a car going somewhere else and coming back and doing all that. So I hope everybody will register. And with that, I'll have Eric introduce our speaker.
Hello. It is my pleasure to introduce a friend, Katy Lemle. She is the Executive Director, the Gallery Director, and Curator at the Gainesville Fine Arts Association right across the street. I didn't know that the Gainesville Fine Arts Association has been around for 100 years in this town. I thought that's pretty wild. She's going to talk to us a little bit about that. She has over 12 years of experience in managing gallery spaces. She recently curated a history exhibition celebrating the 100-year anniversary of GFAA, which is the oldest continuously running art nonprofit in the state. And in 2020, she was honored with the Individual Arts Award by the City of Gainesville. So without further ado, Katy Lemle.
Right, thank you, Eric, and thanks everybody for having me today. Give me 1 second to turn this on. Okay, awesome. Can everybody hear me okay? All right. So yeah, as Eric said, my name is Katy, and I'm the Executive Director, Gallery Director, and Curator, so I wear many hats at the Gainesville Fine Arts Association, and we go by GFAA for short. It's a long name. So we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and we have a gallery space that's just down the street from here at 1314 South Main Street. So I first want to share a little bit about the history of our organization. As Eric mentioned, we're 100 years old, so we were founded in 1923, and we are the oldest continuously running arts organization in the state of Florida. It started as an art appreciation group. It was for women who would gather at one another's houses and talk about art. And after many changes, ebbs and flows, fast forward to over 100 years later, we now have 300 artist and patron members, and we continue to grow. Through all those years, it wasn't until 2016 that GFAA had its own space when the current gallery opened. During our 100th year, 2023, I curated an exhibition that told the story of the organization. This exhibition included artwork from one of our founders, Emmeline Buchholz, and that was loaned to us by the Matheson Museum. And it also included a piece of artwork from artists that have been involved through the years. So for every decade, there was a piece of art. It also included newspaper articles and other bits of the story. So our mission as a nonprofit organization is to support visual arts through exhibitions, workshops, programming for emerging and accomplished artists. Our vision is to provide inspiration and opportunities for professional growth for artists and to be recognized as a welcoming and vibrant center for visual art. Our governing values are inclusion, growth, communication, transparency, and co-creation. GFAA is funded through a variety of sources, and those are grants, business sponsorships, donations, artist submission fees, and membership dues. We receive grants from Visit Gainesville, Alachua County, the Community Foundation of North Central Florida, the City of Gainesville, and after a year of funding cuts, we're very happy to again be getting funded by the state of Florida. Yay. So we are passionate about inclusion, and with the support of our community, we keep our membership and submission fees low. We also have one exhibition per year that doesn't have a submission fee, and we give out exhibitions each year that cover membership dues and also all exhibition fees for artists. We also have a donor-supported angel fund, and that can be used for anyone who can't afford a particular fee. So as I said, our gallery is located just down the street. If you're familiar with the grocery store that's going to be in Aldi, it used to be a Winn-Dixie, we're right before that if you go south on Main Street from here. Yeah, actually, can I get a show of hands? Has anyone been to GFAA Gallery? Awesome, quite a few of you. If you haven't, I highly recommend checking it out. It's a beautiful and engaging space. It is, of course, first and foremost a gallery, so where we hang artwork, but it's also a gathering space for lots of different kinds of events. We host concerts, film showings, receptions. We've had theater and dance performances. The space is available to rent, so meetings or parties, other organizations host events in the space often. In September, we'll be starting back up a Jazz on Main Street event, which is monthly on the third Thursdays of every month. So this is a pro jazz jam, so professional musicians come and play together. It's very fun because a lot of them, sometimes they haven't played together before. All of the internal walls in the gallery space are movable, so we're really able to change the space to kind of accommodate lots of different activities and things. So up here you can see on the top left is a picture from one of our opening receptions. The bottom left was a dance workshop that was a part of an Afro Roots festival. And then on the right, you can see local musician Jordan Burchell. So we were doing a partnership with the Listening Room that creates these intimate, really special concert events. And he was opening for a Canadian artist, Dan Mangan. Right, so our exhibition schedule is really rigorous. So we put work up each month. We participate always in Gainesville's Art Walk, which is always the last Friday of every month. And we celebrate each new installation with a reception on that evening. Most of these monthly exhibitions are open to all artists to submit, and they're usually based on a theme. Sometimes it's medium-based, so we might do a photography or watercolor exhibition, and sometimes it's conceptual. So we had an exhibition titled Hair, so artists are able to kind of submit anything that goes along with that theme. And coming up at the end of October, we have an exhibition called The Human Condition. Artists are able to broadly interpret these themes, and most are non-juried, which means if you submit, you get in. We then invite art professionals in the community to come and judge the work. So they give out 8 monetary awards, and those are presented at the receptions. So these are flyers for the current and upcoming shows. And these, however, are reflections of another type of exhibition that we put on. And those are created by partners in the community, so different groups. We have shown exhibitions by the Center for European Studies at UF. We do one every year with the Friends of Elementary Arts, which many of you may be familiar with. They've been showing elementary student work alongside mentor artist work. We also do Afrofuturism exhibitions with the Center for Arts, Migration, and Entrepreneurship, which is a part of the College of the Arts at UF. So up in the gallery now is an exhibition that is called Destined Home, A Story of Resilience and Belonging. And this exhibition was put on by the Greater Gainesville International Center, and it documents the story of them helping to resettle 5 different families, refugee families here in Gainesville. And then coming up after that, we have the exhibition Continuum, which was put together by UF Health, Shands Arts and Medicine. They are celebrating their 35th year anniversary, and this exhibition is a part of that, and it will showcase patient artwork and also art from their artists in residence there. And coming up after that, for the first time, we're putting on a joint high school and college juried exhibition. So we're accepting applications for that currently. So if you know of any young artists or anyone, regardless of age, that's enrolled in school, please let them know about this opportunity. Some other exhibition highlights that we do, every 2 years we do a national juried exhibition. So this brings art to Gainesville from all over the country. In 2024, last year, that exhibition was called Heat, and it was inspired by a New York Times bestselling book, The Heat Will Kill You First, by Jeff Goodell. This then inspired a collaboration with the Lynx Bookstore, who then did their first Gainesville Reads events based on that book as well. And we were able to bring the author and Miami-Dade's chief heat officer here for a talk in Gainesville as well. We also have been doing a whole month of week-long exhibitions each year. And what this does is gives artists an opportunity to do a solo exhibition so they can show a body of work, or they have an opportunity to curate and put together a show from start to finish. So artists submit proposals for that, and then we pick, or jury selects 4 of those each year. In addition to our gallery space, we also do what we call community venues. And these are shows that are reserved for our members only, and we put them up in other locations. We do a show every year at Oak Hammock, which is UF's retirement community. We also do a show every year at Trinity United Methodist Church. Now we have work up at UF Innovate, not only on the location near campus here, but also their sister facility in Alachua. We also have work up at Blue Highway Pizza in Tioga and Micanopy. And we are not just here for artists, so we're here for art lovers and patrons as well. We have a gift shop with local arts and crafts, and most of the work in the exhibition is also available for purchase for your home or office or as gifts. Because of our rigorous schedule, I always recommend folks come by often because there's always new work up each month on the wall. It's a great place to start for holiday shopping, and it has the added benefit of supporting our local artists. Another huge event that we do each year is called the GFA Annual Studio Tour. Has anyone been to the studio tour? Awesome. So this is you should definitely look out for this event. It's a really amazing opportunity where artists all over the city will open up their personal artist studios. So you get to go to their studio, see where they work, see demonstrations, and purchase their work. It's a really exciting event. So one of the benefits for artists being involved or becoming members of GFAA is the atmosphere of connection and learning. So we offer free or reduced workshops for members. For most of those, anyone can participate, even if you aren't a member. Members do get reduced fees. We have monthly artist meetups on the second Thursday of each month from 7 to 8:30. Those are also open to the public, and this is where we get together and we talk about the work that's up on the wall. We get to hear from some of the artists, and they share about their processes and stories. We also have interesting speakers, networking events, many things for learning and connecting. Each week, there's also an open studio where artists bring something they're working on, and they set up in the gallery and they work together. We also have a life drawing group that meets every Wednesday evening. Sometimes artists can feel isolated. I hear from many of our artists how GFAA has helped them to grow in their practice through a variety of ways, either through breaking them out of their normal with the interesting exhibition themes to make work for, getting inspiration from talking with other artists, learning new techniques in a workshop, or gaining confidence through sales and awards. So 2025 brought an exciting addition to GFAA. We have adopted another smaller nonprofit called Mindful Messages as a new program of GFAA. This is a mural movement, and it is based in middle and high schools. And this next school year, we'll be working with students at Eastside High School to create a mural there. So all the exhibitions and call to artists and more info is on our website, which is GainesvilleFineArts.org. My email is director@GainesvilleFineArts.org, and I'm always happy to talk more about what we do or to talk about how to get more involved. So please feel free to reach out. So that's it for me. I would love to open it up for questions if anyone has them.
Any questions? Tom, if you could handle the mic, or?
Thank you, Katie. I'm Rebecca Nagy. I was director of the Harn for a number of years and
Nice.
a big fan of your organization. I have one quick question. How many staff members are there? Just you?
It's 1.5 now, so it's just me. I'm full-time, and we have an operations assistant that's part-time now.
Well, it's amazing what you accomplished.
Thank you.
Totally amazing. I know you had to scale back your hours when the state was not funding arts last time around, but now they are again. So have you been able to expand your hours again? And please tell us what they are.
Yes, so our hours, right now, we haven't expanded them at the moment, but we have it's by appointment as well. So if you want to come outside of those hours, we always welcome you to reach out. But it's Wednesday through Saturday, 11 to 4 currently. And we did have to scale back some things. We had an operations assistant part-time position, and that person was leaving at the same time that we found out about the budget cuts. So we had a year of after having that position, not having that position. So I'm very happy that we have it back now. So yeah, it definitely, our operating budget is less than $200,000 a year, so that $40,000 cut last year was really significant. So we definitely have had to work with that.
I'm Greg Young.
Hi, Greg.
Appreciate what you do. The space you have down there is beautiful.
Thanks.
One of the things on the art walks, the sites can be separated by some distance. And I've often thought, wouldn't it be nice if there was something, a trolley that the city had that could be for not just that event, but other events to connect, the community more, such as I could see collaborations maybe with the Cade, with the Cotton Club, Heartwood, which you said the Lynx was one of your collaborators, and the Matheson History Museum. So anyway, just thoughts on maybe that being something the city could look at, and also the collaborations.
Yeah, I love that idea. We've talked about similar things, like even having, the bicycle people, what do you call those? Yeah, pedicabs. Yeah, something to make it more accessible for everybody would be great, because Art Walk is spread out. And that is actually another organization that it's basically, they put the brochure together for those Art Walk events. But I love that idea, and I'd love to talk with the different entities and groups about that. So thank you for that suggestion.
Hey, Katie.
Hey.
Thank you so much for sharing. I think hearing all the things that you do out of that space, and then to hear that you do it on a shoestring budget with 1.5 staff is really incredible. And being a dad to kids wanting to foster and cultivate more creative sides, it's amazing what you all do down there. And so my question really is kind of for all of us here who I think support what you do. What are some of the things that you wish you could do
Ooh,
you know,
it's a long
being in the
list.
trenches of the nonprofit world, right? We're always understaffed and under-resourced. There's so many things we would love to do if we could. What are some of the things that you would look forward to implementing, and how could we help fill those gaps potentially?
Yeah, that's a great question. There's so many things. Like we're obviously, our board and everyone involved with GFA is so creative. So we have we have so many good ideas. The one thing that I'm super passionate about and something that I want us to work toward is affordable artist studios for artists. That's something that is lacking here in Gainesville, and I have so many artists that are in need of that. So that's definitely a dream and a goal of GFAA to be able to somehow provide that that space for our artists. And then, of course, you know, GFAA 5 full-time staff members would be also awesome because it is a lot of work. But yeah, so the studios also just, yeah, bigger gallery space would be amazing. Right now, we share the building with another nonprofit called the Sequential Artists Workshop, and you mentioned having kiddos. They do teen workshops and things like that, and they're a comics education nonprofit. It's a really great collaboration. The space is pretty small, and we don't own the building, so that's definitely a dream of ours as well, is to own our own space. And be able to just like have more, do camps for kids and have more workshops and things like that. So I hope that answers. There's lots of other fun, like sculpture. We want to do a sculpture walk in the yard. Just lots of fun ideas that we hopefully look forward to. So thanks for that question.
Question from Zoom, Katie, if there's none more in the room. I don't know if there is, but if we can get this in real quick. Jenny asks if there are camps for adults.
That would be fun. We don't have camps, but we have the workshops. So they're not, there's no like week-long programming as far as that goes, but we do sometimes have like a whole weekend where someone from elsewhere, an artist instructor, will come, and it's like a 2-day workshop to learn a particular technique.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Like Susan, I'm Helen Warren. Like Susan, I visit the Repurpose Project often, and I've noticed there's a lot of things there, and just the idea of having some kind of competition with the artists, either like school students or the artists themselves, to make like yard art or any kind of art out of recycling that, and maybe getting the trash company to sponsor some gifts or something. But I'd love to see if you guys are thinking about that, or meet with you to, you know, do it. Whenever I'm there, I just see so many cool things that could be made into something.
Yeah, no.
Probably half of them are in my carport right now.
Nice. Yeah, we love the Repurpose Project. We've collaborated with them a couple of times. The most recent one was an exhibition that was called Cabinet of Curiosities. So artists, basically we went to the Repurpose Project and just got a bunch of little things from there. And then the artists were given a little bag that was full of repurposed items, and they were to use those as inspiration or as part of the artwork. So it was a really interesting exhibition. And yeah, we've done stuff with them before where the artists have to go to the Repurpose Project, find items and use them as part of their artwork. But we've had this idea of doing like one large collaborative piece, maybe in the front of the gallery, where artists come and like contribute to one big sculpture or some like collaborative installation using repurposed items. So yeah, I would love to talk more if you're interested. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, sure.
Katie, as appreciation for you speaking with us today, we are going to make a donation in your name to the Rotary Foundation. Take a quick. Yeah, thank you. All righty. Thank you so much, Katie. Just a couple quick announcements. Just quick reminder to please feel free to make as many donations as you'd like to the baskets on your table so teachers can get ready for this school year. Just a reminder, so next week we have former Mayor Lauren Poe, the current president of the Greater Gainesville International Center, will be joining us with a delegation of government officials from Tajikistan. So I think that should be super interesting. And our quote for the week is, "Art washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life," Pablo Picasso. And today's reading safari drawing winner is 213. 213. Woo! Bobby Hall is the winner, and we are adjourned.